before anyone in the Bible ever called God a name. It wasn't Abraham. It wasn't Moses. It wasn't Jacob. It was a broken, abandoned, pregnant slave girl crying alone in the desert. This is the untold story of Hagar, the woman God saw when no one else did. Her story starts in Egypt, but not as a free woman. She was property, a servant girl given to Sarah, caught in the grand story of a promised family that wasn't hers. Hagar never had a voice, never had a choice, and certainly never had a future that belonged to her. When Sarah couldn't conceive, a desperate plan was put into action. Hagar was forced into a role she didn't choose, to carry a child for her master, Abraham. For a brief moment, she might have felt valued, finally seen. But that feeling vanished as quickly as it came. The moment she conceived, the atmosphere in the home shifted. Pride, jealousy, and bitterness filled the air. The place that was supposed to be a home of promise became a house of hostility. Sarah, her mistress, began to mistreat her, and the cruelty became so unbearable that Hagar knew she couldn't stay another moment. So she ran. She fled into the vast, unforgiving wilderness with no plan, no water, and no destination. There was only the blistering sun, the endless sand, and the tears streaming down her face. The desert has a way of stripping everything away, of exposing the raw truth of the heart. And Hagar's heart was breaking. Pregnant, abandoned, and utterly exhausted. She had no reason to go back, and no strength to move forward. She was trapped between a past she couldn't endure, and a future she couldn't imagine. At a spring of water, on the road to Shur, her body gave out. She collapsed, believing this was the end. This was the place she would die. But in that moment of absolute despair, heaven broke the silence. A voice called out, not to a nameless slave, but to her. Hagar, servant of Sarah. Where have you come from, and where are you going? Think about that. He didn't just say woman or slave. He called her by her name.